How big of a game that defense of the 49ers they need to have against the LA Chargers? And the answer it is a big game. So, like I said in previous videos, now the 49ers they have a lot of hype a lot of outlet media. They think this team will win the NFC West and they will go to the NFC Championship. And most likely it will make it to the Super Bowl. But nothing of that can happen if the offense and the defense they're not performing to their peak level. And talking about the defense, now we still have a lot of players down. Unfortunately, Jason Barrett went down with another Achilles injury. Feels so bad for Jason Barrett. Armstead is not coming back this game. Kilo still in the IR list, and the 49ers, they might think that they're not going to have Kilo back in the next game. So this might be probably season ending for Javon Kinlaw. Now, Samsung Ebukam is doubtful for this game. We know we already lost Emmanuel Mosley and Jason Barrett in the cornerback position. So two of the most important positions in our defense, we are down at least two men, which is corner and defensive line. Now, on the good side, it is that we have all our linebackers back and healthy. Derek Greenlaw is going to play this game, as well as Aziz Al-Chair, which is wonderful news. This is one, if not the best, linebacker group in the whole NFL, including Fred Warner, that he's been playing in a Pro Bowl, All-Pro level this season. How much of an impact it will have these injuries? Well, in the defensive line, we have a very good rotation. We have, which has been absolutely outstanding, the play of Hassan Ridgeway and Kevin Givens. Kerry Hyder is another player that is being absolutely astounding for us this season. Now on the ends, well, we have Nick Bosa, and we know that he's one of the best. 8.5 sacks in the season, absolutely amazing. If we like we are expecting that Samson Ebukam is going to miss this game. Well, we have Charles Omenihu, we have Drake Jackson, which they will have the opportunity to shine on this game and to provide more than adequate play time for Drake Jackson, which is a rookie, and I mean he needs to develop in an impactful player. So, how big is this game for this defense? A lot of talking is coming from the offensive side of the ball, right? They're being healthy. 99% of the offense is healthy except for Trey Lance, and all the expectations how they are going to turn this season. Kyle Shanahan calling better plays and better execution, and on the defense side of the ball, how good we are, and we are the number one defense. Nonetheless, we had some very bad games on the defensive side of the ball. And if we want to go all the way, or at least to make a push for the playoffs, we cannot have our number one defense be inconsistent. That is the reality. That is one of the most important parts of this team, running the ball and very good defense. So it is a huge task for DeMeco Ryans not to be out-coached like it happened in the Atlanta game or in the Kansas City Chiefs game. It cannot happen. I mean, you can say that you lost the game and it was a close game, but in those games, the defense, it didn't seem that they were ready to play. It didn't seem that they were prepared as they should be prepared. That is a reality. And Andy Reid schooled the Ryans. I mean, he dissected the 49ers defense. That cannot happen on the rest of the way in this season. So, number one, consistency from our defense, more takeaways, definitely, but also more pressure to the quarterback. And that is one of the most important parts that this defense is missing. We need to put more pressure to the quarterback. Probably more creativity, more stunts, more blitzes, you name it. But at the end, the result needs to be more pressure on the quarterback. There is no doubt about it. This game, like on the offensive side of the ball, it is going to be a very good measure if the 49ers they can make the push to the playoffs or if they are contenders or pretenders. Coming from a bye week that you have more than enough time to prepare 100% for this game and not going out and not perform to that 100% is going to put a lot of question marks over D'Amico Ryan's head. There is no doubt about it. How this defense performs and against a team that is missing their two wide receivers, starting wide receivers in Keenan Allen, which is one of the best wide receivers, and Mike Williams, which is very good. If they don't put enough pressure, Justin Herbert it will continue putting yards on the board. There is no doubt about it. There is no question. The running game is very good. Austin Eckler, it is a very good running back. Now we have our linebackers back. So that might be a good sign that we can neutralize Austin Eckler. But at the end, one of the key elements to win this game is going to be how much pressure we can put on Justin Herbert. And more than execution for the defensive side of the ball, it is how D'Amico Ryans is going to call the pressure on the quarterback. If he's going to go for stunts that we already saw in the season, and it worked very good. We already saw that we are not a very high blitzing defense, but when we do it, it has very good results. So, how much of a big game? This needs to be one of the biggest games for this defense to put any doubt out of if there is inconsistency, if there is the play calling, or if doesn't has enough juice to be continued the number one defense in the NFL. Comment down below what you think if this defense is one of the best. Why yes, why not? If we will be more consistent down the road. And if D'Amico Ryans, it is the coach that many people will think that he is. A very good coach. Don't forget to subscribe and like always, see you in the next one.